Good afternoon, Patrick here. I'm here to talk to you about cycling, but not cycling as a purely athletic or racing activity. I mean cycling as a form of transportation. Whether you're getting to work, whether you're getting to the store, no matter where you're going, cycling is an excellent alternative to a vehicle, and in many cases superior. I apologize for the quality of this video. I'm not exactly an expert video editor or anything of that nature. I'm taking this video upside down. About the most I can do probably is flip it over, and that's an if. I kind of hope I can. But I'm making this video for class. Kind of a cool concept here, but the main thing is we're using too many vehicles these days. Now that's a bad thing in a variety of ways. Not only does that add a lot of pollutants to the atmosphere, contributing to the global warming problem, then we're also using a lot of different resources on the planet. We're building roads, there's a lot of congestion, which is creating even more pollutants, and a lot of wasted time, matter of fact. Now another big thing that using vehicles to get everywhere is causing, and maybe it's not directly causing it, but it's definitely contributing to the fact that America's getting kind of obese. There's a lot of, our obesity rates are incredibly high. Now cycling, that can help all of these things. Now a lot of people think it's too expensive, and of course, we all want those carbon fiber treks and Cannondales that we see riding down the street with a European guy in sleek cycling shorts and a nice outfit and everything. But in most cases, that's not a reality. Those bikes cost $3,000 or $4,000. So I have my bike here. This is an old Schwinn, old racing Schwinn, I think late 1980s. It's a good bike, around 21, 22 pounds, I believe. I have no problem keeping a 20-mile-an-hour pace down the road, so great for commuting. I paid altogether maybe $250 for it, because maybe a little less, but then I wanted a nicer seat and everything, because the seat gets kind of uncomfortable if you're cycling a lot. So that helps out a lot. So, like I said, not a lot out of pocket, but great sport, great for you. Now, a man that I admire greatly, Bill Nye the Science Guy, he says that cycling is the most efficient way to get around for a human. So to paraphrase, a bowl of cereal, 30 miles. You can't beat that. Now, I didn't have a bowl of cereal. I had a couple Oreos. I know that must be crazy, because, I'm a guy, I try to run 20 to 50 miles a week. I bike all the time. Probably think I'm going to go home and eat a kale shake, but that's not at all a factor. That's the great thing about cycling and running and all of those things, but cycling definitely kills the calories, and then you can do whatever you want. You go for a good bike ride, just biking to work and back, all of a sudden you're 1,000 calories down, and you can eat a cheeseburger, have a couple beers. Now, another argument against cycling, of course, is the difficulty of it, difficulty getting around traffic and everything. So let's try that. I'm going to continue this video. Now let's hop on the bike. See how this goes. I kind of hope this is getting a decent view, other than the fact that I'm in the picture. I hope you can hear me too. Kind of got this neat mount for the bike, for my helmet for this. First time using it, so let's see how it works. So we're going to take a little cruise here. We're not going to go too far, maybe a few miles. Got a nice trail back here along the main highway. Keeps you close to everything. Nice for getting around, but pretty area too. Dogs are one thing. I got a dog chasing me now. It's a little dog though. I'm not too worried about it. So here we go. We just zip along the trail here, and I forgot one thing. It seems that I have forgotten to set my watch because I wanted to maybe get some speed runs and things along the way. So I'm going to set that going now. Handy little Garmin GPS watch, keeps track of my calorie count, distance, speed, all of those fun things. So, moving around here, you can see just cruising down the road. I don't know how wide angle this. It's a GoPro. I got it set on wide angle. So I hope we're getting a decent view of what's going on around me. I'm just cruising down the road. Beautiful day out, a little humid, but not bad. course, when you're cycling like this, you gotta be aware of what's going on around you. That's not too bad. Cycling the road for the first time to commute, it can be a little sketchy, you can be a little worried. That's okay, that's natural. But for the most part, it's pretty simple. As of course, it's always best to stop at lights and stuff, but we're going to take the sidewalk, and I can hop off, and instead of waiting in line here for the light, I can just walk around this guy, hop back on, and I am off again. So we'll talk a little bit more about cycling and the nice points about it. So, obviously, with all these cars and everything on the road, it gives a lot of pollution. So everyone knows that burning fossil fuels is definitely bad for the environment, and it's just a fact. And in this way, of course, I'm not using anything. There's probably a little bit, I guess, of emission involved in the building of this bike. That was 30-some years ago, as long ago than I've been alive. Other dog. And this bike, I'm sure, has gone thousands of miles and not produced one more bit of emission. So it's great, of course, in that sense. I think I've got a bad camera angle here now, so I'm gonna try and readjust. Seems to be the most annoying thing on this whole commute. I'm getting used to this. I'm getting used to this little camera thing here. So, what can we do, about carbon emission? Because we want to do this on a grand scale. Because at that point, it's not just a personal endeavor. It's an endeavor for everything. Now, something that's gaining a lot of ground lately are bike sharing programs. And that's in big city areas, places like London and New York and Washington, D.C. They create these bike sharing programs. Now, what do you do in a bike sharing program? You get a bunch of people together. They're all paying a fee. You pay a yearly or monthly dues, and that enables you to use these bikes from a variety of locations. They might have bikes set up at places like subway stations and just major points around the city. They mail you this little key, and then you can use bikes wherever you want to go. You just kind of go to the lock station. You unlock it, you grab the bike. Most have a certain thing, like if you're using it for 30 minutes or something of that nature, then that's included in just your membership costs. And if you're taking it for longer amounts of times, they'll bill you additionally for the bike rental, but it's not too bad. And these are great programs. They're costing a lot. So in 2004, there was only 14 of these bike sharing programs around. Now there's hundreds. They're hundreds. They're all over the place, all over the world. Washington D.C. has one, of course. New York City has one. New York City has over 5,000 people that use this. New York City does. Washington D.C. Somewhere around 2,500 people. So you get a lot of people. Now in London has a huge bike sharing program. I don't know, Europe seems to jump on board of these things. London estimated some 74 million additional activity minutes for its citizens simply by using the bicycle sharing program. That's pretty amazing. If we could get those kind of numbers here, I think what that would do to our obesity rates. Now, moving along here, I don't want to look down at my watch, but I'm just burning calories. I'm just eating through the calories now. And it's great. I'm zipping along the road, I can feel this traffic, I don't know if you can, but they're sitting. I'm not sitting, I'm moving. Especially now. Now we're going to get off the road. cars can't go back here. And get this nice, slick bicycle road here. Now I can pick up some speed. And it's pretty. Wide angle shot around me. I hope it's pretty wide angle. Got a nice view. I mean, you can't beat this. This is going to take me right down to Walmart. And zipping along. So, these bike share programs, they're just a great idea. So, in a poll taken among the bike users in Washington, D.C. by the company that runs the thing, shows that 55% of people that use this bike sharing program use cars less. So they're not just using it for activity, they are using it for commuting. Instead of, if they live close by, maybe they're walking, a few hundred yards, a mile or so to their biking place, and using the bike to get to work and get to the store instead of, taking their car. So they're being more active. They're using less fossil fuels, producing less carbon in the atmosphere. It's just better for everybody. Now, of course, these programs cost money. That's the biggest thing. So what can we do? Well, you talk to people in power. I mean, a lot of these are government subsidies, of course. By companies. Companies can donate money. They can write them off on their taxes and things. Companies like to do that. Companies also just, I gotta adjust my camera again, so I've gotta drop down to a stop. I think we've got a little better angle there now. So let's see, so far, we've gone 1.45 miles. So we're moving along okay. I'll readjust my wrist so I can try to get a speed thing as I'm going. As you can see, I'm not really exerting myself very much. Not breathing very hard. I mean, some of that's just usage. Of course, I run a lot, I bike a lot, but it's really pretty easy. I mean, once you do it a little bit, it's not hard. It's not hard at all. So with these companies, I mean, what can we do as a, to get this on a large scale? We just talk to people, express interest. I mean, nobody does anything. The government doesn't do anything. Companies don't exist unless people show interest in the companies. So more searches, more talking to people. You just gotta get active in the community with it. So I mean, you start off. I mean, someone just gotta, do it. Talk to the companies, talk to people interested. You gotta generate interest. Take surveys, things of that nature. That catches on. Take a little bit of a speed idea. Right now I'm zip along at 14 miles an hour here. According to my handy little Garmin watch. Duck. I like ducks. And yeah, again, not much energy exerted. None really at all. I'm just cruising. Now on a more personal level, biking. So to reduce your own carbon footprint. So that way we're not talking about just on a grand scale. I mean, because that stuff's difficult. But to do your own thing. It's pretty simple. I mean, like I said, go out, hop on Craigslist, get an old bike. That way you can get good quality, because some of those bikes, you pick up bikes and they don't last very long. They have a lot of problems, or they're not as efficiently used. I mean, they're lousy bearings, things like that. And then you just get out and do it. It's going to be good for you, because you reduce you increase your calorie usage and things, so it's going to be just better for your body overall, because a lot of us are just sitting around and everything, and it gets you out of your vehicle, so you're not spending as much amount of gas, all those things. I'm going to turn around now. I do this run pretty often, so I know I'm right about the 2 mile mark. So I'll turn it around. And again, you just cruise right along. This has been fun. I don't have all my notes with me. I believe I've reached all of my talking points, though. But it's fun just chat with you guys. Yeah, see again, I mean, it's nice. It's hard to give an example of how commuting on a bicycle is, but I feel this is pretty good. And I'm moving a little faster, around 16 miles an hour. That's good. Oh, so let's go on another point here. So some of the issues with the bike sharing program is anything. I mean, biking for yourself, of course, is the type of bike. You want to educate on that because you get out, you buy bikes, you don't know what they're doing. I like to try to race and stuff. I mean, that's my goal in almost anything. So I had this slick Schwinn. It's nice and light, moves along okay. But on some of the bike paths around here, I mean, you see this. I hope you can see it. This bike path's kind of nice, but you get out to some areas, and the bike paths are just kind of lousy. You know, it's an infrastructure problem. To create that as a community, you know, again, generate interest, to revamp the bicycle trails, and it's easier to use. For me, sometimes when I'm commuting, I go through, with a racing bike, you have very high pressure tires. You know, I'm running around 100 plus PSI or so. Those kind of pressures, you hit a lot of bumps in the road, you end up popping your tubes, and you end up dead in the water. And that's no fun. That doesn't make going anywhere very fast at all. So you do this, I mean, you do hybrid bikes. You do that with the bike share programs too. If you see a lot of them, they're not using, top racing bikes or anything. These hybrid bikes, a little bigger tires, a little more rubber. It's easier to get around on. You're not gonna zip through with quite the speed on a bike like that, but they're just fine. So the maintenance is kind of low. Now, another draw to using a bike share program over just personal bike usage are things like maintenance and things. So for a person, I mean, some things go. I mean, bikes require constant maintenance, whether it's not always just with things breaking. I mean, it's just keeping things properly oiled and everything. A lot of people don't know how to do that. It takes time. The bike share program, of course, they take care of it. They have someone that comes around, keeps all the bikes in good order, reports things that are broken, because it gets pricey. I mean, solid bikes are pricey anyways for a new bike for a bike share program. And you know, that way you get better equipment. So yes, these are the big things that are pluses about cycling. You know, you take care of the obesity problems, get people more active. That's gonna help out with that. Take care of some of the congestion problems. Living in the city, you know, all about congestion. You know, a 5-mile car ride in the wrong time of the day, wrong time of the year. You know, it should be a 10-minute drive. All of a sudden, it takes you an hour. You get more cars out there, get more people on bikes. Definitely help out with that. Sidewalk like this. This is like it is. You're just riding on the road instead. But I'd rather have to watch out for people when I'm trying to make a video than just riding on the road and have to wait by, you know, I have to worry about cars. People are a lot better to get hit by than cars, really. That can be another downside to cycling, I suppose. You have to worry about the cars on the road, and again, that's something that just comes a time, the first time you cycle on the road, and it's a little harrowing because you have these giant vehicles passing by you and you think, you know, just a strong twitch of the arm, and you're a goner. But, and people watch out, you become aware of what's going on around you. After a while, it just comes natural. So come up here, almost back home. Again, took no time at all. You know, a lot of people are concerned about using bicycles to travel. I'm gonna get covered in sweat and everything. But here it is, it's warm out, it's humid out. I'm zipping along, the wind's blowing by me. It's not bad at all, I'm not at all hot and sweaty. Again, with this, I mean, I know where we were at, I know we've gone with the turn and everything. We're just about 4 miles now. And I know my work's 12 miles away from my house. A lot of people probably work closer than that, and you know, it's really not bad. Really not hard at all. Haven't exerted a lot of energy, but I have been burning through calories. Again, that helps you. But I'm not overly sweaty or anything. I'm not overly tired. I don't have a problem with doing anything. I've already worked a 12-hour day today. Got off work, hop my car, hop on the bike, and here we go. So, pulling back to my house here momentarily, see if we can get us a number on the calorie loss, calorie usage, that kind of thing. Yeah, you get an idea of how efficient this really is. We've gone a little ways now. The timer is at 22 minutes. It's a long video. Hope someone at least gets this far and then sees the numbers. So we stopped that. We've gone 4.11 miles. We went there in 18 minutes. So we're going to save that. My handy little Garmin watch here. I'm going to go into details. So, 18 minutes and 6 seconds, we traveled 4.11 miles. In that, we burned about 200 calories. So that's not even a light beer. I mean, that didn't take that long. And we burned some food. We got an average speed of 13.6 miles per hour. So, as you're seeing, I mean, this isn't a difficult thing. It's pretty, makes life easier, makes life better. A lot of good points for the atmosphere, for the earth in general, and for people. I mean, that's one of the helpless points. It's just so, you know, things like that can just create a better planet, create better people, and yeah, it just makes life all around better. It's been fun to have you along for the commute. Usually don't have people along for the commute. So now one of my favorite post-run or ride activities. I think I've run a beer. Cheers. Have a good day.